on a couple of weeks, and we'll bring you the result as soon as they hit the line. St Basil $4.10 at Toowoomba, Star Tell at $9.10, Devil at 12, Treasure the Queeler's got support at 19. He's run well on a couple of Weetwoods in past years. Alfonso at 8.20 and 7.40 Mustang Magic. Stephen Clark is the foreman for Bevan Lamming, and of course they're represented by the toppy St Basil, and he is the favourite at $4. Stephen about to join Alan Thomas.
Stephen St Basil, he ran third in this race last year, and he's coming on the back of a big win at Toowoomba, so he's got a couple of things going for him today.
That's right. Oh, he's done well. You know, the horse has done well during the run. The race fits in good with his program. He's travelled up well, so you know, if he gets the right run during the race, you'd expect him hard to beat.
Do you expect him to finish the way he did at Toowoomba in his last start?
He should do, yes.
Right. What about the 58.5 kilos?
Well, that's always a big test, isn't it? You know, especially with the local horses weighted with, you know, sort of 6.5 kilos below him. That's probably going to be the biggest thing at the end of the race.
Some of these races he goes forward. The other day at Toowoomba he came from a long way behind them. What would you expect today?
Well, he'll probably end up getting about midfield, I'd say. You know, there's a bit of speed on the outside of him there, and he doesn't really want to be lumping 58.5, you know, in front all the way.
Expecting to get to the line hard?
Yeah, hopefully.
It's the name of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, sir.
No worries.
Well, St Basil's got plenty of things in his favour today. He's drawn gate number 4. He's got Scotty Seamer. I guess the one thing against him is the big weight of 58.5, but he did lump 57 beating Panzer last start in a good race at Toowoomba. So 58.5, probably not a bad impost for St Basil, who's got a great record, 12 wins from 26 starts. He's only a lightly raced 6-year-old, and he was placed, as Alan said, in this race last year. Now they've hit the line at Canterbury and the Weetwood handicap.
Righto, here we go, 3, 2. The Carlton Draft Weetwood handicap is race 7 on the card from Clifford Park. And gee, it's hard to go past St Basil. He's had one run on the track here. He ran third in the Weetwood last year. He came off an absolute scintillating performance to win the Toowoomba in a quality race at his previous start. Scott Seamer rides barrier 4. He has got 58.5 to carry, but he has carried weight up the hill here before, and he did carry 57 to win the other day at Toowoomba, but he does look terribly hard to beat. I'm very impressed with the way Star Tell looks. He's had 4 starts at the Clifford Park track. He's won 2, including a Weetwood. He's run 1 second, and in another race, the Weetwood, he fell over a couple of years back. He's in terrific form at the moment. I think you've got to really appreciate him. I like Mustang Magic, number 14. He looks well. He'll go forward. He won't be far off the pace. He's won 4 races out of 10 goes on the Clifford Park track. And then number 10, Alfonso. He's had 7 starts here for 3 wins and 2 seconds. Even though he's got the bad alley, Michael Rod will try desperately to put him in a good position, and his form has been very, very strong. Look, this is one of the hardest races to win on the Queensland calendar, the Carlton Draft Weetwood handicap. I'm going with the class and number 1, St Basil. I'm putting in...
All right, Alan's gone 1, 2, 14 and 10. 1, 2, 14 and 10 on race number 7. So we just lost Alan in the last 5 seconds or so, but 1, 2, 14 and 10 his selections in the Weetwood handicap. Runners arriving at the barrier. We're 3 minutes away. St Basil the favourite at 360, Mustang Magic at 830, 870 Alfonso, and Star Tell at 940. Number 5 Devil is a pretty smart horse. He was beaten last start, Devil, at Toowoomba. I should say he was beaten last start at Eagle Farm in a flying behind Star of Florida, but he was just run off his legs in that race. Having said that, though, I do note that a couple of times in the straight he was blocked for a run when he was looking for one, and then flattened again near the finishing line, so perhaps the run wasn't as bad as it looked. He was only beaten 3.5 lengths at the finish, but his previous 2 wins were excellent. He won a listed race at the Gold Coast back in early January and was successful at Eagle Farm 3 runs ago. On both occasions he beat Just All, so on that sort of form he's got to have a great chance here, Devil. And at the moment showing $11. We'll be heading to Pat O'Shea as soon as he's ready for us for the Carlton Draft Weetwood handicap. I'll take a short break runners haven't yet been called into line. Big field, back with Pat O'Shea right after this. Now they're moving up. Race 7 Toowoomba, the Weetwood handicaps, and Basil at 320. Alfonso, Startel and Mustang Magic all under doubles figures, and Devil 11, Sir Biscuit 13. Race number 7. Quaddie dividend at Canterbury on the previous. The quaddie on 8, 1, 10 and 4 paid $7,503.60. So just over $7,500 today's quaddie in New South Wales at Canterbury. There's the result, and correct weight is there. Still standing by for a result on that photo, I should say that protest at Albury on race number 7 for 4, 1 and 3 across the line, second versus first. Let's head to Toowoomba now and let's join Pat O'Shea.
We go back a fair while to Milano, which also drew the absolute outside. So while everyone wants a good barrier, they have won this from bad barriers in the past. The win pool for this race is fast approaching $250,000 as we wait on the last couple to go into line, or about 4 or 5 to go up. Mustang Magic about to come forward with Startel. The rider of Promising Joy has dismounted. Here's Startel looking for his second Weetwood, about to go into line. Still away is the Ghostly Grey, Kencon Carney. Alfonso behind them, and Bishop Bill, another of the greys. Plenty of greys here. And Silverthorn still standing back behind them. Another runner that's drawn right out off the track. And when you look down from our vantage point here, it is a sea of people. I thought earlier on it mightn't build up to this, but by jingo, when you see them in front of you in one big clump, there are plenty of people here. They've been a very happy crowd, and they're ready to cheer home the winner of the Weetwood handicap. But a fantastic sight here at Clifford Park in Toowoomba, one of the more picturesque tracks that you'll see in Australia. Last couple to complete the line here. Alfonso moving up. Just about got them all up into line, I think. He's drawn out very wide. Starter Mr. Ben Saunders has a bit of a look around from the front. Now he takes the button. He's going behind the line to release them now. Just about ready for the 2004 Carlton Draft Weetwood. Stand by for a dispatch. Ready, off they go. Pretty good start. Rowboat was a little bit slow to get going. Getting away well was Beamer, going up towards the lead in the early part with Devil. Further out on the track, Alfonso's going forward fast in the early part. They're followed just in behind those then by. Getting up behind the speed is Promising Joy. Panzer's out fairly wide in 5th spot. Then Catenian and Mustang Magic. Showbiz Kids very wide. Foxmore back along the rail. They're followed behind those the Wreck and Silverthorn, 4 and 5 wide. A length and a half to Sir Bisca, half to Treasure the Quiller. 3 lengths away to St Basil, who dropped back to 4th last. They're followed then by Bishop Bill. Dropping well back was Rowboat, and at the tail of the field, Kencon Carney. At the 600, and Devil reached the lead, a neck in front of Alfonso. A length and a half further back then on the outside, going forward, Promising Joy. Just behind them, Beamer's getting a lovely run. Then Showbiz Kid, Mustang Magic. Behind those, Catenian. Then came Silverthorn. St Basil still a mile back. On the corner at the 400, Devil in front of Alfonso, who's trying to get to it. Then Promising Joy, followed by Showbiz Kid battling on. Back on the rail, Beamer. Devil in front for Cat Cedars. Here's Catenian getting a late sprint. Alfonso's still there. Showbiz Kid out wide, and Treasure the Quiller. Devil in front of Catenian. Devil has beaten Catenian. Third home in the race will go to Rowboat. What a finish. Showbiz Kid, Silverthorn and Sir Bisque flashing home. Then behind those, Alfonso, who weakened. Beamer was next, then Foxmore. Startel behind them with Mustang Magic. St Basil, never a factor. Then came behind those Bishop Bill, Kencon Carney. Promising Joy well back with the Wreck, Panzer. And one of the last to pulling up quickly at the rear was Promising Joy. Devil has led most of the way. Devil, ridden by Stuthy Cat Cedars, has taken out the Weetwood handicap. came across from a mid-draw to go to the lead. Had Alfonso on its outside. Beat off Alfonso at the 200. There were challenges aplenty, but with Katsitas riding desperately, Devil wouldn't give in, and Devil's gone to the lead and held it all the way up the straight to beat number 13. Catenian has run second. Ridden by Paul Hammersley. Looked as if it might win at the 100. And third in the race goes to number 16 out wide. Showbiz Kid has got third. 5, 13, 16. We wait on fourth. Rowboat has flashed through near the inside. So Showbiz Kid gets the third prize out wide. Gee, it ran a race. Loomed up in the straight too at one stage. Looked as if it might win, but it's held on for third. Showbiz Kid has run third, and Rowboat slicing through along the inside is fourth. Official numbers are 5, 13, 16, 3. 5, 13, 16 and 3 are the placings after the running of the Carlton Draft Weetwood of 2004. Devil is raced by C.E. Harbro. A 5-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Carry the Crown out of Filuke, trained by George Osborne and ridden by Stuffy Katsitas.
Well, George Osborne's with us now. George, how does the Weetwood feel?
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic to be here.
Reckon the Carlton Draft will go down all right as well?
Yeah, it's a long trip home, but it'll be a short one now. It's all downhill.
I said to Starthy earlier today, you know, different kettle of fish here today, chasing home Star of Florida the other day.
Yeah, look, we didn't see daylight the other day, and he missed a couple of runs for wide barriers, so he needed that run and furnished off good for today.
His form prior to that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, been very happy with him all the way through. He hasn't caused a problem. We've been riding him a bit quiet, but today from the wide barrier and the way the track runs, we had to go forward and just hope that we could keep going.
Did you want to lead, or did you just want to take up a position handy?
I left it up to Starthy. They looked a lot more speed out wide than they're eventuated. I didn't think we'd get to the front, but we were going to be there somewhere, and he found the lead. It was wonderful. Yeah,
up the hill 1300, they all had a crack at him, and he fought them all off, so it was a pretty good performance from him.
Yeah, look, he's as fit as a fiddle. He's been in work for about 8 months with me, and I've only given him one short let-up, and fitness was never a problem.
All right. Certainly wasn't today, was it?
No, not at all.
How's the trainer's fitness?
Thanks, yeah, pretty good. It'll be a bit ordinary tonight, I think.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well done there to George Osborne and the crew with Devil. As we mentioned before the race, his form was first class going into it, and you forget he went around last time. He got knocked over a couple of times when looking a big chance behind Star of Florida, with at least chasing the winner home. And today he's got the others chasing him home. 5, 13, 16. Rowboat number 3 will be fourth for first fours around the country, and you can expect a pretty big dividend. Quinella paid 110.30 and the trifecta 2,148 on today's Weetwood handicap. Now the protest at Albury